Hey, it's Ruby D, the Goddess Entrepreneur, and yes, I am live again. But this time I will be live with Allison Denise. Yeah, for Soul Sunday. So, if you happen to catch this on the replay, comment your name, where you're watching from, so we can thank you for tuning in. And yeah, so while I'm waiting for Allison, today Allison and I will be, this is like a Russian roulette episode. So we don't have a specific topic, but we are going to revisit some of our favorites. Hey, Allison. Oh, here we go with Facebook. Here we go with Facebook. Okay. Allison, yeah. Why I do that every time with you? I gotta send you your invite. But while we're waiting for Allison to receive her invite so she can come on so we can get started, this is Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison. And like I said, today we will be doing a little bit of Russian roulette. While I'm waiting for Allison, I'll give you a little bit of a background of what Soul Sunday is. Soul Sunday started November of last year. I reached out to Allison in regards to talking about different subjects that are still important, but that we rarely ever talk about. And we've basically gone live every single Sunday since November 15th of last year. That's a lot of Sundays. We did take a little bit of a break. I think maybe it was around April or May. But of course, we're back at it. And now, in addition to going live just on Sunday, we also go live on Tuesdays. So now, Soul Sunday is on Sunday, and then Soul Sunday Reloaded is on Tuesday evenings. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I am, hey, Corey. Hey, Tony. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Yeah, Allison, we are well aware that it sometimes takes her a little while to receive her invite with Facebook. So just okay. Maybe it won't take so long this time. Allison, you should. But we both know that sometimes it takes a little while for Allison to get on. Here she comes. Yay! Time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little quicker.
A little quicker.
It's only 2:02, so it only took like 3 minutes.
All right, Facebook, we'll take the improvement.
Right. So, definitely gonna go ahead and jump into this. I'm Ruby D, the Goddess Entrepreneur, author of the Goddess Grind book series, which focuses on you becoming the best version of you in order to manifest success personally as well as professionally. Yes. And I am chakra expert, author, speaker, internet radio personality, esthetician, makeup artist, fashionista, unapologetically myself. I'm all of that. Allison, go ahead.
Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Miss Allison Denise, relationship coach and voice of the used, abused, mistreated, misused, mishandled, betrayed, and broken. It is my pleasure and passion and purpose to show you how to let go of your ex, get ready for your best, and enjoy life in between. I am an author, blogger, YouTuber, what else? I talk about personal finance a lot because that's important, and internet radio, all that good stuff. So I am glad to be here with my sister on the East Coast.
Yes, but don't worry, you're gonna be here in a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
Yep. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Of course, if you feel like anything that we say resonates with you or anything, definitely comment, ask questions. We appreciate it. Send us some likes, some love, some laughs, whatever. We don't care. You can send us some angry faces.
Yeah, we can handle it.
We still gonna keep it moving. But today we're gonna do something a little different. It's what we call Russian roulette, because like I was saying earlier, we've been doing Soul Sunday since November of last year. It's been almost a full year. That's a long time. And that's a lot of Sundays. But we have covered and talked about a lot of different things. And I know most of you have probably not watched all of the episodes. I'm sure we have a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot.
But yeah, so over time we've talked about a number of different things. And we're just basically going to recap some of our favorites so you all can go back and watch them. But definitely I really want to revisit or talk about the two episodes that we did as far as what to do during the breakup and what not to do during the
I'm
breakup.
here for it. I'm here for it.
So, me and Allison, we initially did a Soul Sunday that focused on what to do during the breakup, basically between the time where you broke up with the last and before you move on to the next. We all know that you need to take some time in between for
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Um, hopefully, it's more than a couple days, but you know, hopefully you take some time for yourself. And then because we had so much fun with that one, we decided to do an episode called What Not to Do during the breakup. And of course, some of the things to do is some self care, like dating yourself, going out and having fun with yourself, evaluating lessons learned during, the last relationship. Um, what else? We had a long list of things, but some of the things on the what not to do list was definitely not getting up under the another one to get over the first one. And oh, another thing of what not to do during the breakup was not to put them on blast on social media. Don't run to social media during, and talk about the breakup because, that's just not cool. Some other things of not to do, basically don't just stay in the house and just be a ball of sadness the whole time. Yeah, give yourself a little time to deal with the breakup and process how you feel mentally and emotionally, but at some point you have to start getting back out. So I definitely, if you didn't catch those two episodes, you really need to catch them. I actually try to share some of the videos so you can go back and watch them because they were very, very
Yes, they were.
interesting. So Allison, what you got?
I actually just want to stay on that one a second. Yeah, I
Okay.
want to just take a couple of the points that Ruby brought up concerning what not to do, and I really want to bring home the social media thing. Some of y'all are really in your feelings, and it's okay. It's okay that you feel how you feel, but as I mentioned, I don't know if it was this past week or a week before on one of my own videos. If you said the
Mm-hmm.
words, I love you, and you immediately, when the relationship ends, no matter how bad he or she did you, if you immediately go on blast and start talking about their shortcomings, if you start putting things that they told you in confidence out in public, if you decide that you want to start talking about how you thought they were cute but they really weren't, if you start doing any of that, you lied when you said I love you,
Mm-hmm.
because love does not stop. Now, you may have to change or alter the proximity or how often, or if you're even able to demonstrate that love to that person. But the things that were shared in that relationship, especially the things you know that were secret and important to them, that should always be
Mm-hmm.
in the vault, or you're not really trustworthy of love going forward. So there's
Right.
never an excuse, and this is coming from someone who has been done wrong, who has had unfair things happen. It is never okay to start sharing that person's business, shortcomings. They weren't good in bed. They were too good in bed. They had this issue with their left finger or their right arm, whatever. It
Right.
is completely out of line. So I wanted to talk about that one, and then the other one, the getting under to get over. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop the okay. I'm lonely, and I just need a little, And so if I sleep with him or her, I'll get over this one. You won't. You won't. You won't. Because here's the thing. Let's say the new one is better in bed. That's great. That'll keep you good for a minute. But what if you start talking to them and then you start to realize that you don't have the same ability to communicate with them that you did with your ex? They don't enjoy the same
Right.
things that you used to do with your ex. They don't have the same mindsets about the same things that you and your ex would have. All of these lengthy discussions about what you have now done is romanticize your ex. They have their BS too, don't get me wrong, but if you start dealing with someone too soon, you're still calibrated to your ex, y'all's habits, y'all's schedule, y'all's routine. You haven't given yourself a chance
Right.
to get your own routine and to get your own balance. So now what happens? You go in calibrated with the last dude or the last girl, and the next dude or next girl isn't the same as that. Now you're missing them twice. Don't be, don't be stupid.
Twice.
Just go somewhere, sit down, be horny, and be heard. It is really okay. Just wait. Just wait it out. Okay, I'm done.
Wait, wait. And like I said, um, I will post a link to some of these videos, later on, but all of these videos are always transferred to my YouTube channel, so you can find them there, all in order. Trust me, they're there. Another topic or another, well, yeah, another topic that we discussed was things to know or be aware of when thinking about dating an entrepreneur or dating an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And of course, as you know, Allison and I, we're both full-time entrepreneurs and we're both currently single. I'm not going to say we're both looking, but if there are some things that you have to take into consideration when dating an entrepreneur, whether it's myself, Allison, or any other male or female entrepreneur. It really doesn't matter. But there are, like I said, there are some things you need to consider, like mindset.
Yeah.
The way we think, the way we process, the way we see things is from an entrepreneurial mindset, not an employee
Mm-hmm.
mindset. So if you are interested in dating someone that's a full-time entrepreneur, then you really need to consider whether or not that's what you really want to
Yep.
do. Because while you working your 9 to 5 and you come home want to get, all lovey-dovey and everything, we might be dead set smack in the middle of our 3 to 12. And it's just like our schedules are not always going to match. If we have something that's going on as an entrepreneur and a problem comes up and we come to you and want to talk about that problem, we don't want to hear, well, maybe you shouldn't have left your job. Maybe you need to go back to work.
That part.
Excuse me. Excuse me. What did you just say?
That part.
That's not how we think. That's not how we operate.
Mm-mm.
We're not gonna come to you and say, if we know good and well you just a good employee, a great employee, and that's what you need to do. No, we're not gonna convince you to be no entrepreneur because we know that's not your skill
Okay.
set. You need to stay right over there. We respect that and we understand that. We don't knock people that work a regular job. Trust me. It's some men out here that work a regular job that will go hard for us female entrepreneurs and vice
Yep.
versa. Trust me. Not in most cases, the guys that I meet that are interested in have a regular job. They may be entrepreneur regular job, but they still have that employee mindset to some
Mm-hmm.
extent. But because they understand entrepreneurship or they have an entrepreneur mindset, then we can connect on that particular level. But just a regular, just go to work all day and on the weekend do nothing and don't understand why I work full time and the sacrifices I make and the risks that I take and everything. Um, Probably not gonna work. And not only that, if you come into my inbox asking me what I do,
Mm-hmm.
that means you have not even looked beyond my profile picture. Because right below my profile picture is what I do.
Literally right there.
And if you don't even ask me, I'm not saying you got to buy a product. I'm not saying you got to support my business at this particular point because I don't know you like that. But if you're really trying to get to know me and what I do, you should have at least taken a look at my profile picture to get an idea. Yeah, because I could be a prostitute. You don't even know. You might not even want a
Okay.
prostitute. I'm just saying. Allison.
So the one that I wanted to talk about next was, and it goes perfectly in line, but it's the employee mindset versus the entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah.
I loved that topic because, especially if you are,
Mm-hmm.
well, for two reasons. If you are someone who is thinking of becoming an entrepreneur or has become one recently, you have to understand that one reason you may not be experiencing a bunch of growth in that entrepreneurial area is that you may be trying to tackle it with the employee mindset. And you have to
Right.
understand that there is a difference and there must be a different mindset because you're doing two totally different things. And so if you have more of the employee mindset, like Ruby and I have mentioned previously, the employee mindset is just you want to do the best job you can for that employer. You have a goal of moving up the ranks. You have a goal of being promoted. You may have a goal of being the manager or the CEO or the CIO or whatever, but you have a strategic process that you want to follow that is going to involve basically learning the game of that corporate area and figuring out how to play it to your advantage so you can move up the ranks. You're going to get up early. You're going to stay late. You're going to absorb all the information you can. You're going to network with the who's who. That is one particular mindset, and there's nothing wrong with it. The problem, however,
Mm-hmm.
is if you take the employee mindset into the entrepreneurial world, you're going to find that you're going to stumble, struggle, and maybe fail. And it's because the entrepreneurial mindset has to now shift into what the owner of that company has in terms of a perspective. Now it doesn't get off the ground if I don't do it. I can't afford to
Mm-hmm.
sleep in and just do coffee and brunch and mimosas and all this other stuff. I got to do the ugly stuff that's not as glamorous, that's not as fun, that's not going to bring me any glory, accolades, notoriety, popularity. I got to do the grunge work, which is the same thing that was
Right.
done for the company that I was working for. Someone had to do the grunge work for it to get to that state. Now that is on me. If I want this to grow, I've got to do the long nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices, the putting things to the side. I've got to decide that it's more important for me to learn about the business than to keep up with empire. I have to decide that it's more important for me to do A, B, C, D because now you're doing what was done at the job that you had. All of that stuff
Mm-hmm.
that it was easy for you to come in and clock in. You had your nice little comfy chair in your office and whatever. Someone before you had to actually have the idea and make a decision to bring it to fruition to even have it there for you. That is now who you are. And so it's important that
Right.
you understand what habits were okay as an employee that I can't do as an entrepreneur right now? What are the things that I was used to doing that I can't do now that I'm a brand new entrepreneur? What are some things that I probably need to stop doing regardless of me being a new entrepreneur or a successful one? Things like talking crazy on social media. If you're a new entrepreneur or if you're Oprah, you still got to watch your mouth now. You just do. It's got to be professionalism. You have to find new outlets for when you have need your venting sessions. Social media can't be that anymore. So definitely go back and watch that topic or that video. It was, if you're looking to become an entrepreneur, you definitely need to see that one.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for
What's
tuning in to
up?
Soul Sunday with Ruby and
Yes.
Allison. We are having our Russian roulette episode. Of course, we've been doing Soul Sunday almost a year
Mm-hmm.
now, and that's a lot of Sundays worth of information and topics and discussions.
Yes.
And we just kind of want to give you all a preview or give you some information on things we've talked about in the past. Because trying to scroll back through my timeline back to November of last year, you're gonna be here till November of next year trying to do
That's
all
why I'm
that.
on her YouTube channel.
Yes. Go to the YouTube channel because I always transfer them
Yeah.
over to YouTube. But actually, got some I need to transfer now. But thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you. And if you feel anything that we talk about resonates with someone or with yourself, feel free to share the video.
Mhm.
Now, of course, with me, I'm all about healing. I'm all about mental and emotional wellness. I'm all about the chakras. So we've definitely talked, about the chakras and many different aspects as it relates to entrepreneurship, as it relates to
Mhm.
relationships, as it relates to protecting your
Yeah.
energy, becoming familiar with your
Yes.
energy. The very first Soul Sunday that we did was about um becoming energy. No, it was energy and discernment.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Mhm.
yes, and we talked about becoming familiar with your energy, feminine, masculine, divine, feminine, and masculine
Mhm.
energy, and how balancing the two helps to strengthen your discernment. Now, for those of us that don't know what discernment is pretty much your ability to judge whether a situation is for you or not for
Mhm.
you, whether a person is for you or not for you, whether an ideology is for you or not for
Mhm.
you. But when you're familiar with your energy body and your energies are balanced, then you're able to better judge whether or not something is for you. And by doing that, you can pretty much, um, if you are going to hold yourself accountable and check yourself, then you're able to pretty much say, you know what, this person isn't for me, and I'm good with them not being for me, so I'll let them go. Whereas if you're not so familiar with your energy body, you're not listening to your intuition, and you're not balanced, then you do stuff like ignore red flags. You go where you know you're not supposed to be. You end up with people you know you're not supposed to be with, and stuff like that. So I really like that particular topic because discernment is very important, especially now when people are I swear every time I get on social media, Facebook, Instagram, it don't matter. Yeah, somebody talking about some
Mhm.
relationships. Relationship this, how to be with the right person, why men do this, why women do that, it's men fault this, it's women fault that. And it's just like ain't nobody talking about no accountability and
At
discernment.
all. Mm-mm.
So y'all definitely need to go back and watch that episode. That was the very first Soul Sunday that happened on November 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And I had this on. I wear this because it be cold and it keep me snug and whatever. Anyway, Allison.
You know what? Going right along with that one, I think this is a perk. We are just moving right in sync, but we're supposed to. That's how it's supposed to work. But the
Hey.
one I wanted to talk about was effective communication with self. You remember that one?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, in
Yes.
that particular topic, we discussed how to get to a place where you are more aware of who you are. You're more aware of what you want. You're more aware of what you want to deal with versus what you don't. You don't try to make excuses. You don't try to come up with reasons to stay in a situation just to avoid being alone. You start learning how to be
Mhm.
accountable and self-reflective and know how to speak to others based off of how you're speaking to yourself. And so when we were
Yeah.
discussing that particular topic, we brought up certain things like, oh man, the one that I'm trying to think about the one thing that Ruby said. She said a lot, but there was one that I wanted to. I mean, because it was a really good one. Because that effective communication, that's Ruby's baby, and
Yes.
yeah, it's her baby. I can't remember exactly the way that she said it, so I won't even try. But when we're talking about effective communication with self, the basic gist that we wanted you guys to understand is everything, and this goes into the topic that I'm going to bring up next if she doesn't first. But everything that you are dealing with family members or people that you're dating or business or job or whatever, it's not always external. A lot of the times, you know, your world is a reflection of your words, and your words can be a reflection of your thoughts. And so if you got toxic thoughts, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to end up with toxic words. And if you continue to speak toxic words, you're going to have toxic environments. And so when we talk about
Right.
effectively communicating, we do want you to be to a point where you're actively balanced in a balanced way, using your throat chakra to speak what you need and to be firm about what you want. We definitely want you to do that, but it starts from within. It's not just a matter of learning how to set boundaries with other people. A lot of times you also have to learn how to set boundaries with you and just say, shut up,
Mm-hmm.
you in your feelings, don't you say one word. Or you may decide, okay, I do need to speak up. I don't need to be timid about it, but I don't need to be rude. Let me be balanced but firm. And so when we're talking about the effective
Yeah.
communication with self in that prior video, you know, we made that all about you. It was part of a series that we were doing where we were talking about self-care and making sure that you're taking time out for you. And effective communication with yourself has to happen before you can ever
Right.
have effective communication with somebody else. So that's the one I wanted to bring up next.
Show do, show do. Yep. Now, the one that, oh, thank you everybody for tuning in to Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison. And we're basically just recapping many of the topics that we've talked about since November of last year. Yes, we have been doing this almost a year.
Yes.
And, I'm proud of myself. I've been consistent. We did take some time off a little bit, earlier this year, but hey, we back at it. But we talked about sacred energy exchanges.
I was hoping you'd bring that one up.
Sex. We talked about sex. Yes, but pretty much not just sacred energy exchanges are basically associated with our sacral chakra, and basically just understanding that being intimate with a person is more than just the physical aspect of it. It's more than just being a squirrel trying to get a nut and going on about your
Mm-hmm.
business. um it has a lot to do with energy. It has a lot to do with the person that you choose. And then it even goes off into some of the issues that we're dealing with, whether it be mental and emotional, and how when we choose a partner to be intimate with, when we connect in such a way, we are taking on not only the physical part of it, but also their energy, their emotion, their mental state, their problems, in a sense, because energy is transferable. And when you think about it, when you are intimate with another person, and the energy that you create, that's like the most raw and the most powerful energy that is created, period. Not only by yourself, but definitely with another person. And when you get to a point where you are releasing energy and you're just opening yourself up to receive, energy in such a way, because even though it's a very powerful type energy, we become very vulnerable. And men, y'all know how many times have y'all said I love you in the act of having sex, and then afterwards you be like, I said what? You're like, I said I was gonna buy you what? I said I was gonna pay what? What?
Okay.
You know. So, you have to understand that during that particular period of time, you become very vulnerable, but at the same time, very powerful and very energized. And we just have to be careful about who we decide to share that particular energy with. And also, I did mention to the ladies, where if you've never done a sacral energy cleanse or a wound cleanse, you're basically just holding on to energy that you've gotten from every partner that you slept with, every partner that they've been intimate with, and every partner that they're partners, and so on and so forth. And it's just like, And we wonder why we are so caught up in our emotions and we don't know how to effectively manage them and whatnot, because a lot of that energy may not even belong to us. It may not even be ours. And I definitely enjoyed talking about that because I'm all for mental and emotional health and being familiar with your chakras and balancing your chakras and just energy and everything, all of that in general. So definitely go back and check out that particular episode if you've never seen it or if you've never seen Soul Sunday at all. We talk about a lot of interesting stuff. Allison?
Going right into that, I really want to talk about it, but I'm gonna stop because I know we're just doing highlights. So I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna let it go. But going right into that,
No, go ahead.
a little
Just
bit.
a little
Okay,
bit.
I'll do a little bit, and then I'll do my topic. So just to reiterate what Ruby said, here's how I explain it to people. I want women and men to understand that we are not just biologically created differently, but we are also spiritually created differently based off of those body parts. It's a connector going into a connection. Men release, women receive. It is really not hard. That
Mm-hmm.
has nothing to do with Christianity, Buddhism, Judaism. This is just biology and spirituality. So I need my sisters to stop thinking that you've been hurt so badly that you can start acting like men, because you're really just distracting yourself. And once your original nature comes back around, you now have to deal with all of this extra energy that you took on trying to be something that you're not. You're not. You will never be able
Yeah.
to not receive what a man deposits in you, condom or no condom. Let's go ahead and get that debate out now. Regardless, you are still receiving whatever that man is depositing in you. It's time to be pickier. Am I saying don't have sex until you get married? No, that's on you. I'm saying be pickier. Does this person deserve my energy? Because my brothers, you're still receiving even though you're depositing. Please don't be fooled. Running around here thinking you can hop up and down and then move on and hop up and down. You can keep doing that, but your life, the other parts of your life are going to reflect the fact that you need to stop hopping up and down. And you need to stop letting everybody hop up and down on you. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. I don't understand man talk, and I understand that there are certain things that y'all talk about when we're not around. I also understand I don't have a penis. So having said all that, I see the end result of you deciding that your penis needs to be in everybody to prove that you can get everybody. And the end result is that you look worn out, worn down, jacked up, and then you decide that you want to commit when you can't keep it up. I don't want your limp dick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I don't. So stop using it with everybody that doesn't deserve it, because yes, you are still a gift. My brother, you are still a gift. You are more than your penis. You are more than your
Oh, yes,
tongue.
you
You
are.
are more than those, whatever it is that you can do to make a woman scream. And if you don't give yourself a chance to know that and experience it and accept it, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
die nothing more than a dick.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
But
laugh
it's
so
the
hard,
truth.
but it is what it
So
is.
stop letting women keep taking the one thing that you have been taught is your only value. Your value is not between your legs. Your value is up here. Your value is up
Exactly.
here, not down there.
It's
Understand that.
stop leading with it.
Stop it. Not every woman deserves you. They don't. My sisters, not every man. I don't care how dark skinned he is. I don't care about his beard. I'm talking about to myself at this point. I don't care.
The tattoos and the
So
muscles and the. Hold on. Hold on. Keep
my
going.
point is this: not everybody deserves you. Well, Allison, what if they change? Let me just tell you something. If a brother or sister changes and they decide that they want you to experience the new and improve them, you will be the first to know. Until then, live your life. Live it. Okay, and let me stop there. Okay, so the next one that I wanted to talk about was setting the standard with self. This is when we were way in our,
Yes.
and this is what I'm, heading into. It is important that you set the standard for you. Don't let your childhood, don't let your parents, don't let the guy that you fell in love with that did you wrong, don't let the girl that you gave your heart to who just stomped on it. Do not let anyone set your value or your standards but you. Any person that mistreated you, any person that mistreated your heart, mistreated your time, mistreated your loyalty, mistreated your kindness, that was not a lesson in how to become more cold hearted. It was a lesson in leaving that person alone. Nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
Determine what you will deal with, determine what you won't deal with, and do not deviate. I don't care how long it takes, how lonely you get, how much you miss being held, the bad nights, the cold nights, the rainy nights, the whatever. Cuffing season,
Right.
cancel it. If you know you want permanent, lasting, committed love, do not accept cuffing season. Let's see where it goes. Friends with benefits. I don't know what I want. Let
Mm-mm.
me see where I'm at. I'm not sure. That's not on your list. If it's not on
Show
your
ain't.
list, don't add it. No one can tell you what you deserve but you. But the other side is no one can tell you what to settle for but you.
But you.
So set that standard and stick to it. Stop reading all this nonsense. Well, there's 10 women for every man, so I'm gonna have to share. Bull. Well,
No,
okay,
you don't.
I'm not on my page. BS. BS. Yeah, I had to stop myself.
You good. You good, sis. You good. If it was gonna come out, just let it flow. Just let it
Stop
flow.
believing the nonsense that we got to share these men because there's less. Well, if you add in the men in prison and the men that are dead and the men that are gay, you just gonna have to share. The hell I will. I don't share penis, no question, for no reason. Well, Allison, you should think about the family unit. This is something I actually heard in my inbox yesterday. I don't know why you keep preaching to your sisters to not deal with polygamy. It's about the children. I will adopt and be a foster parent before I share your penis. Not gonna happen. There's always a way around it. Stop trying to act like there's not. So you got to learn to set those standards, and most people know how to do it. The problem is that your weight extends beyond your standards. You think setting the standards
Mm-hmm.
automatically means he or she is going to come along. That's not how the universe works. The universe is now going to
Not at all.
test you and get you ready for that person, because guess what? They're going to have needs too. It's not just about your standards, it's about you meeting theirs as well. So some of that weight is you being ready for them. Some of that weight could be them getting ready for you, but do you want them when they're not ready for you? Been there, done that, not interested. Remember that. So
Right.
that's what I'm going to say.
Yep. So make sure you all check out that particular episode of Soul Sunday, Setting the Standard. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching. This is Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison. And today we just wanted to take some time to go over some of our past episodes. Trust me, this is only a few of them that we are discussing. We have been doing Soul Sunday since November of last year. So that's almost a year worth of Sundays and shows and topics that we've discussed.
Mm-hmm.
So go back and watch them. We're pretty much just sharing some of our favorites with you all. But of course, um, with me being all about the chakras and balancing and wanting to educate people on what the chakras are and how it applies to everyday life, definitely be sure you go back and watch the chakras and basically where we talk about the personal chakra system as well as the professional chakra system. And pretty much we go through each chakra, what they're associated with, when they're balanced, when they're unbalanced, and everything, because I feel that it's important that we should know what this is. Of course, with so much mental and emotional illness being an issue, with so much trauma that we've dealt with throughout the years, whether it's depression, anxiety, PTSD, bipolarism, doesn't matter, all of it.
Yeah.
We pretty much have gotten to the point where we don't know how to effectively manage and balance our feelings and emotions. And as a result, we either bury them, we pretend like they don't exist. We pretty much do everything like numbing them, sex, alcohol, eating disorders, everything. We pretty much do everything to not feel instead of just actually feeling and dealing with them and understanding why.
Yes.
And us discussing the chakras pretty much is my way of being able to educate those that don't understand it. Definitely take the chakra test. You definitely want to
Eh,
do that. It's free
yes.
and you will learn a lot. If you want a chakra consult, definitely reach out to me. But it's important that we understand what the chakra systems are so we know how to balance them. So we know when we're unbalanced so we can do what we need to do to heal and to balance, because whether we realize it or not, we deal with our chakras every single day in every single
Mm-hmm.
situation, whether you at work, whether you're at home. And also, even though our kids there, I mean, I don't have any kids, but still, even though our kids are just kids, they have emotions, they have feelings, they have thoughts that they need to learn how to effectively
That's
manage. And if you as a parent don't know how to effectively manage yours, guess what they're going to
right.
grow up and have to deal
Mm-hmm.
with? They're going to have to learn it one way or another. You might as well teach it to them, especially if you can send them to school every day and let other people teach them stuff that they're not even going to use once they get to the next grade.
Yes.
Because I don't even know why. It's a lot of stuff I learned in school that I don't use at all.
At all. At all.
And the stuff that matter, we actually grow up and be clueless about, and we have to unlearn and figure stuff out. And by the time we figure it out and we master it, we gone. We don't even pass it to
Mm.
anybody or pass the information to anybody. So that's one reason, well, one of the many reasons I enjoy talking about the chakras and sharing the information, because we just don't talk about it enough. And I think one of the reasons we don't talk about it enough is because people feel like it's evil. It ain't got nothing to do with church. What religion is that associated with? Well, I don't associate with that
Mm-hmm.
religion. You got two arms, you got two legs, you got two eyes, you breathe, you everything else, you got an energy body. Just like it has nothing to do with race, color, creed, nationality, sexuality. It has nothing to do with none of
Nothing.
that. It absolutely has nothing to do with the amount of money you got
Mm-mm.
either.
At all.
So you need to go back. If it got the word chakra in the title, you need to watch it. I'm just gonna say
Well,
that.
I'm gonna
Watch
add
it.
on to that and talk about. I'm trying to find the exact title because it was related to the chakras. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. I can't find the title, but while we're talking about chakras, we also did a topic related to uh, basically chakras in your personal life versus chakras in your business life, and
Mm-hmm.
we talked very in depth about the fact that those who do follow the chakra system, if you also are wanting to become or already are an entrepreneur, you have to understand that there are business chakras. There's a different perspective from the business perspective where you need to make sure your chakras are balanced as well. One thing Ruby has already, told us several times when we were talking about entrepreneurship is that you cannot separate your personal life from your business life. People who think that they can are finding out the really hard way that that's not true. You cannot separate the two. If your personal life is jacked up, it is going to show up in your business life or your career. Having said that, if you are someone
Mm-hmm.
who is building up a business, you also want to make sure that you have those chakras aligned as well. Now, yeah, they're called the exact same thing, but they have a different purpose. And you have to make sure that those are
Mm-hmm.
balanced so that the same way that you want your personal life balanced in terms of your chakra system, you want to make sure that your business life is balanced as well. Just an example, I know we talked about the throat chakra. So, yes, over here, you want to learn how to speak what you want. You want to learn how to set your boundaries. You want to know how to do that. But let's flip it for the business side. For the business side, you now want to know how to, name your price. Not let someone tell you that your price is too expensive or why you should give it to them for free. You want to learn how to name and
Right.
stick to your price and your fee structure, and you want to learn how to effectively speak to difficult customers. The customer is not always right at all, but it doesn't mean that you
No.
don't want that customer to come back. Likewise, you may have some customers that it's just not worth dealing with again. You got to learn how to effectively let that be known and not be afraid of bad publicity or bad, and just trust that the universe is going to bring you double for what you're releasing in terms of negative energy in your business. So you just want to make sure that both are being actively taken care of. You want to make sure that both chakra systems are balanced in alignment, and all of them, not just two or three, because you will notice an issue. Trust me, the first time I took that test and I saw that every area, did I say every one of my chakras was either underactive or overactive. I took it all seven of all of them. But when I took it again, I think it was 2 weeks ago I took it. I've only got two out of alignment right now, and they're even closer than they were last time. And I can see the
Mm-hmm.
difference in me as a result of them being balanced. I don't feel the way that I felt. And so I can see the difference. I can feel the difference. I speak the difference. I think the difference. So you want to make sure that you take the time to do that for you so that you can see it and see the improvement in the other areas of your life.
I keep telling y'all better learn about these chakras.
I'm a believer.
Don't be look. Don't come to me when it's too late. No, I'm playing. I still help. I still help. But thank you for watching. So Sunday with Ruby and Allison, and we are basically just going back down memory lane and just going over some of the old topics and stuff that we've talked about, because we just talk about so much and we have so much
Mm-hmm.
fun talking about chakras, talking about entrepreneurship, talking about relationships, talking about family, talking about fun things, what to do during the breakup, what not to do,
Mm-hmm.
talking about putting all our business out there, because we did
Oh
recently
God.
have one episode of Soul Sunday, where we answered some questions.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the game. Look at Allison turning. Yeah, she
Leave me
blushing, y'all. She
alone.
blushing. But thank you, David. Thank you all for tuning in. Hey, Raphael. Hey, Patrice. Hey, Arthur. Hey, Ulysses. Hey, Rudy. Hey, Dorian. Hey, Quan. Y'all, I'm sorry, but we all into this. But it's okay, though. Thank y'all for tuning in. But Allison actually called it Truth Tuesday. And I will say, if you go back and watch that particular video, don't let the kids listen in. Do not be in the workplace. Make sure you got on some headphones or some earphones of some type, because I it was some pretty interesting and raunchy questions that came up. I mean, of course, the questions covered a number of different topics: professional, sexual, personal, but some of those sexual questions were, yeah, that was, and actually it was fun. It
It
was our
was.
opportunity to kind of be not so, well, a little more
Yeah.
transparent, but we still kept some, we ain't put all our business out there like that. We still got some mystery to us, and whatnot. But it was a fun
But
episode. It was definitely something different from what we normally do. If that's the only episode you watch, do not judge Soul Therapy from that one episode, because that is not us all the time. We actually have some very interesting
yes,
things to say and talk
we
about.
do.
And um that was just one episode. We decided to have a little fun. Hi ladies, just been listening. I heard of chakras and have read up on it, but I really need a better understanding of it. Hey, I'm here for
Ruby
you, boo.
got
I
you.
got you.
Ruby's got you.
Got some of those videos. I've done a number of different videos on the chakra. My first book that I wrote, The Goddess Grind, We Grind with One Eye Open. It's all about the chakras. And in that book, Allison got the copy.
I got both of them.
Yeah, I
I
did
got
send
both.
it to you for your birthday.
Yes.
But in that book, I talk about each chakra. I talk about when they're underactive, when they're overactive, how to utilize it in your business. It's a list of affirmations, a list of crystals and stones, oils and foods. It's very
It
informative.
is.
So if you want it, I'm actually doing both books for $30. If you don't want both of them, you can get just the first one, that particular one, for $16.99 plus shipping. But yeah, that Truth Tuesday was actually fun. We
Yeah.
may have to do that more often. I just have to find a list of questions, or either, we'll ask y'all one probably during early in the week. Hey, send us 10 questions that you want me and Allison to
Yeah.
answer. Whatever 10 questions y'all want us to answer, just send them to us, and we'll go,
Mm-hmm.
we'll take a Soul Sunday, probably a Soul Sunday
Oh yeah.
Reloaded, and just answer the questions so you can get to know us, and we'll be as transparent as we choose to be. We try to make it interesting without making it too interesting, because we don't want our inboxes blowing up or nothing like
Yeah.
that. But I definitely had fun that particular episode.
I bet you
Allison.
did. I got no comment. I got no comment because I'll just turn red again. And I know this.
Y'all, Allison was spilling all the tea. No, she wasn't spilling all that much. She put a little bit out there. I think I put more out there than she
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
But
you
hey,
did.
she was a good
I
sport.
was.
She was a good sport.
I tried to be. um, let's see. So this will be the last one, huh? I'm just looking at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me find a good one. Um,
Hmm.
the last one, because I was looking at two of them.
Oh, while you thinking about that, we actually should do a Soul Sunday about. We'll do one dedicated to the men, what we love about y'all, what we appreciate
Oh,
about
I
y'all.
am with
Throw
that.
some
Oh
good
yeah,
energy
yeah.
out
Let's do
there.
that. Let's do that.
We'll talk about that Tuesday.
That works.
Tuesday.
I like it. Um, okay, so let's just talk about this one. We have talked around it, but I'll just end off of this one. We actually did an entire topic on accountability. And I think that would be a perfect one to end up with, because everything that we
Yeah.
have discussed today still revolves you not just being effectively able to communicate with yourself and other people, not just how to be a great entrepreneur and have a mindset and all that good stuff, but it all comes back to this. Are you willing to
Mm-hmm.
know and check yourself when necessary? You won't get anywhere in life. This is not even about being a business owner or married or single or working for a job. You don't get anywhere. You don't get very far always pointing the finger. You
Right.
don't.
Not at all.
You don't get anywhere always saying that this person did this and this person did that. Now, those who follow me know that I am not with victim shaming, so this is not what I'm talking about. But I am talking about you getting to a point, let's just say that you are somebody who has consistently been done wrong. Once you get past healing from that situation where you can at least think clear enough that being self reflective won't put you into a depressive state, have you thought about, are you addicted to bad relationships? Are you addicted to toxicity? Are you addicted to the drama of the unknown? Are you someone who has unknowingly gotten used to being treated badly? Though that is a sign of accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that you're someone who continues to do people wrong, and you don't pay attention to what you're doing to them, but you're ready to shout to the mountaintop about what they've done to you as a result of getting tired of your bad behavior. Are you at a point that you're willing to sit down and say, you know what? Maybe it's not just about me. Maybe I do need to look into more than just having my needs met. Maybe I do need to just accept that I'm not over him or her like I thought I was. And maybe I do need to sit down and be healed so I can stop treating people. I knew she didn't deserve that. I knew he didn't deserve that. I don't even know why I did them the way that I
Right.
did them. Can you get to a point where you're willing to say those words? Maybe not in front of other people, but at least to yourself. So that is a really good one to go back and watch. I would definitely recommend going back to watch it. If you want to do it alone because you're still in your ego and pride, then do that. But at some point, you've got to decide that you want better to the point that you're willing to be vulnerable, open, and real about what you're doing to cause some of the situations you're in.
Yes. And with that being said, that's been Soul Sunday. But before we go, as you all know, if you watched me earlier with Soul Therapy with myself and Tara, I did give a little bit of information about our project, which I'm actually going to have that going across the board of all of my Facebook Lives because I feel it's beneficial. But Small Businesses for Healing, pretty much it is a project that I'm working on, and the idea behind it is that I understand and I recognize that healing for everybody does not look the same. And therefore, in order for us to heal from whatever it is that we're dealing with, sometimes it's not always about just going to speak with a therapist. Sometimes, I mean, you can't go to a therapist at 2:30 in the morning, so we definitely need ways of self-care activities and healing and whatnot that we can do on our
Yes.
own. So, one of the things that I like to do is come up with fun ways of healing. Beauty therapy is one, beauty therapy and grooming therapy for men. Beauty therapy for me is like when I do my makeup or when I do my hair or when I take care of my skin and do my nails, stuff like that. I actually that is a form of self-care for me, not going, so yeah, you can go and let somebody else do it, but I feel like we have more of an appreciation for it, and it affects us on a deeper level when we do it ourselves, because when we put in time with washing our hair and straightening and then styling it and then it comes out and it looks really nice, we feel good, it's therapeutic for us, and it just, it's
Mm-hmm.
therapy. The same thing when we, have something that we want to work on with our skin, then we start to take care of it. Then 2 weeks down the line, a month down the line, you start to notice a difference. It makes you feel better. Same thing for the men. I know a lot of men who think skincare is just not important, but it
It is.
is. Trust me. When a woman clearly sees the difference between a man who doesn't take care of his skin and one that does. I like a man that take care of his skin. Trust me. When he go get that fresh cut and that edge up, and y'all know he be
Yes.
looking different.
Yes.
Don't be acting like y'all don't. He said, "Oh, where you going?"
Yes.
Don't act like it. But anyway, men, yes, grooming is
Very.
important. That's that's not just making sure you put on some deodorant and take a shower. No, we need you to make sure the beard ain't extra rough when we, run our fingers through it. Never mind, I was about to say something because we don't want y'all in a certain position and then we feeling some extra roughness and it's be like, oh wait, what is that? Allison, you over there turning? Don't act like it. Look, y'all better get y'all some
Oh
beard
Lord.
conditioners and wash it and some, to soften it
Oh
up
no.
during those intimate
Oh my God.
moments. I'm just saying. But back to what I was saying. Oh Lord. Um, Back to what I was saying. Small Businesses for Healing project. Pretty much, if you own a small business and you provide products or a service that can be utilized as a form of healing, I'd like, for small businesses to donate services or donate products that we will be giving away. And I'm actually going to be giving away a few today from one of the companies that have donated products. The name of this company is Glorious Tresses and
Nice.
Glam. So, man, this is a product for women. But on my last live, one dude was like, "Hey, I can't win. They give it to my lady or my girl or my wife." And
Of
yeah, you know
course.
what? Y'all can
Yes,
win
you can.
too. It's a nice little
Mm-hmm.
gift. But Glorious Tresses and Glam. I didn't bring it in here, but you can go to glorioustressesandglam.com if you want to buy some things. She has makeup, she has bundles, she has extensions, and she is a black woman. We got to support each other, so definitely reach out to her. But for those that have been watching, I will be giving away a couple of the items that she sent me. This particular one is a 15 color eyeshadow palette, and it is very pretty. You know, it's a neutral. You know, everybody's not into color, and especially with fall coming up, you definitely need those
Yes.
neutrals in your life.
Yes.
So you can, the winner, you can either choose from that, or you can choose from the 15 color contour palette. Um, and you know, it's, but you know, you have a nice variety of
I like
colors,
those.
and you know, for some color correction and everything, you know, make sure you take care of that. Then we have some eyelashes, a set of lashes, very dramatic. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get that. I didn't realize it was gonna fall out. And then we have two matte lipsticks. The first one is more like a deep red
Oh, I
color,
like that. Hmm.
a wide, very much a fall
Hmm.
color. Yeah, I'm gonna be rocking my dark lippies during the fall season. I like
I
dark
do.
colors. And then this one, yes. You know, I got that big bottom lip. You gotta make sure the top match the bottom. So, you know, with the big them dark colors, you can kind of work it, get some luscious lips. And then this one is a lavender.
Nice.
Lavender color. You can actually still use this for fall, but make sure you pair it with the liner. you know, and it can be sort of like a neutral color. But I will be giving one of those away. So I will be picking someone. I have to go back and watch the video to see who all tuned in, but I will reach out to you, and you can get your therapy on, your healing
Yeah.
session on with some
Yeah.
makeup. Or men, if one of y'all picked, you can pass it on to your girl and be like, you know what, I got this for
Hmm.
you. Even though it was in a giveaway, it's cool. But thank you all for tuning in. Next episode will be Soul Sunday Reloaded, which will be Tuesday at 7 p.m. 6 Central Standard Time. And I think that'll be a good time for us to do our little, tribute to the men,
Yes. I'm looking forward to
to the
that.
sexy,
Yes.
to the sexy men. I'm gonna have to make sure I have my little fan, because we just gonna, tell y'all how much we appreciate you all and what we love about you, and share a little love, because during the holiday season people get a little lonely and they get in their moods,
Mhm.
and you know we don't want that. So make sure you tune in next Tuesday, and that's it. You can find me online if you're interested in booking a chakra session or purchasing either one of my books or both. You can go to www.thegoddessgrind.com. You can find me on Instagram at Ruby D Artistry. You can find me online with the radio, Soul Therapy, soultherapyradio.life. What else? You can find me on YouTube to watch all of the videos. Just search Ruby Davidson. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, because we've been here talking for a while, Allison.
Well, what's up, everybody? We do thank you for tuning in. If you are interested in any relationship group or individual coaching, I am available. Please go to www.allisondenise.com and go ahead and click that schedule button so we can go ahead and get you scheduled and on your way to healing. To connect with me on social media, I'm under Allison Denise everywhere. Find me under Allison Denise on Facebook, and you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter under Miss MS Allison Denise.
Well, that's it, y'all. Like we said, we will be back on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we will have that show dedicated to our brothers, to the sexual chocolate
Yes.
caramel. Yeah. All y'all, beard or not, it don't even
Everybody,
matter.
all
It
of
don't
you,
even
all
matter.
shades, everybody,
All of y'all.
everybody.
All of y'all. But make sure you tune
Yes.
in. We thank you for tuning in today. We'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.